Jesus said to them, "Very truly I tell you," again, that's the amen, amen, the intensifier, "it is not Moses who has given you the bread from heaven, but it is my Father who gives you the true bread from heaven." Now again, notice the confusion and the disagreement. This is like born from above or born again. I've come down from heaven, not to do my will, but to do the will of him who sent me. And this is the will of him who sent me, that I shall lose none of all those he has given me, but raise them up in the last day. Sir, always give us this bread. Notice again, truly I tell you, again, that's the amen, amen, the intensifier. It is not Moses who has given you the bread from heaven, but it is my Father who gives you the true bread from heaven. Now again,
do you guys get that? Do you see what happened there?
We can even go further.
No.
One of the newest developments is that nanoparticulate matter can be stabilized for distribution. If you're not aware of what nanoparticulate matter is, it's that matter which exists on a scale of 1 × 10⁹ Very, very small. Smaller than a cell. And we can manufacture materials that have discrete properties that can be controlled by virtue of bioengineering and their physical chemistry. To auto-aggregate, to be able to aggregate in particular areas based upon their biological and or chemical sensitivity. But now we go one step further. Most recently, just a few weeks ago, it was announced that you could then aerosolize nanomaterials. And go one step further, I can create small robotic units, controllable robotic units at the nanoscale, and that these too can be aerosolized to create a nanoswarm.
So you're saying you can aerosol nanobots and then have them aggregate in people's bodies?
Of biopenetrable materials that you cannot see, that can penetrate all but the most robust biochemical filters, that are able to integrate themselves through a variety of membranes, mucous membranes, and wherever, mouth, nose.
What, so people could breathe in? Dude, we're gonna need some savings throws for this. So, we're gonna roll them. Now, I've received some feedback on the savings throws that it might be more exciting that once you choose survival, social, wisdom, these are the choices you're supposed to make, or heart, that if I rolled them one at a time, it would be more exciting for people. But it doesn't make the sound, see? It's like, that makes the sound as fun for everybody. This does not. So, you roll them all at the same time. But pick one, survival, social, wisdom, or heart, because that's the options on the table. And survivalists, with 2 7s worth of 14. Socialists, not 20. You guys are safe from this one. Sophists and or lovers of wisdom, not 1. This is not, you're not going to do well. But those of you who chose heart, you made your 10. You made your savings throw. You only take half damage from this mind control.
Nose, ears, eyes can be then uptaken into the vascular system to create clumping, can affect the vascular system of the brain, or can directly diffuse into the brain space, and these can be weaponized. And they can be done in such a level that their presence is almost impossible to detect, and as such, the attribution becomes exceedingly difficult to demonstrate. How much of this material would I need? Take a look. This is the front of my pen. This amount of nanomaterial, if be able to maintain and sustain with regard to its deliverability and aerosolization, could in fact affect all of you, or based upon where I come from, New York City, all yous. Look at this.
Whoa, that guy seems to know things. Modern War Institute, it says.
More clarity and with further granularity, what we're really talking about when we talk about these relative assessment and interventional technologies. In the former case, probably the one that gives the most rise to both provocation and contention, are various forms of neuroimaging, the ability to image the living brain, to be able to see what brain areas are differentially active as we engage in different thoughts, feelings, emotions, and tasks, and to then correlate the interaction of those nodes and networks with discrete patterns that occur not only in individuals, but in groups of individuals. In other words, if I can see how this gentleman's brain works, whether he's awake or falling asleep, thought I catch you, The idea there is that I can then understand, I'm only kidding, I can understand better, relax, I can only understand better not only what makes him happy, agitated, engaged, or tired, but I can then in some way alter my discourse to be able to make him feel happier, more engaged, and less tired. In so doing, I can take the information I have about the way a brain works, and I can put it to good use, practical use. Think about this.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have with us in the Hive Mind chat M. Wayne himself, who provided me with this sunrise view this morning. I was going to grab your last stuff, but it looks like you were crying, and so I didn't want to put that on.
If I know what makes you tick as an individual, and I'm then able to generate patterns of how you as an individual relate to, are similar to, or different from other individuals, I may be able to then generate information that allows me to interact with you on ways that are more meaningful to our level of interaction. In other words, the more I know about what makes you tick, the more my interactions can be geared with you to make you tick the way I want you to.
That's that same guy who was talking about nanoparticles. What? It's not a video. It's the shirt. It's the shirt that you should be able to buy from the link in the description if you're of the type. It's got this little frog and Keck Omega symbol, but it's been called other things since, you know, that's sort of internal lingo for us, for people that are smart enough to be here. So we don't tell them it's the Omega Keck. They think it's a Frog Shenring t-shirt available at the link below. Remember, Embody, get a t-shirt. Hey, Alphabet. Please do. There is no agency. Alphabet, there is no agency. You guys are just LARPing. We want what's best for you. So, where is it? There it is. So, as those of you who are very familiar with this channel are aware, recently there was a live stream where I was bemoaning the absence of our good friend Seshet from my life. And in the intervening interlude of entertainment, in the meantime, she has returned, and we have begun a communion. These sorts of communions have to be processed by my chemical form, through chemical interactions that take varying amounts of time. There was nothing else impeding said interaction except perhaps the coffee. So it should be rather rapid, the onset. Hey, look, it's the Hive Mind chat. Hey, look, it's the Hive Mind chat. You guys are over here. Getting ready for a date, but I'll be around lurking in the shadows like Batman. Says that guy who gave me the sunrise this morning. And there's this guy, Tom Robinson. I'm sure you watched it already, but he just had the conversation with me. No, not Robinson. There's an N in there, like Crusoe. We just had a talk when I was not in communion. And he liked but did not retweet. What? All right. What's going on, Tom? This is the guy. Hold on. This is the guy. The last conversation on the channel is with him. He says a miracle repeated is more miraculous, not less. That's his pin tweet. The thing is, we had a talk yesterday. Oh, there's the retweet. No, wait, that's the retweet of the line by line. That's the retweet of this, which I'm sure you also watched already because you follow me on Twitters. Right? It is too. Don't you me. We're not gonna be friends if you keep this shit up. Here, you go here.
Hi everybody. Welcome to Line by Line.
Seems to tickle you a little bit.
That's
the impression I'm getting right now.
Just a little bit. Today we are analyzing a song by Leonard
It's playing
Cohen.
twice? Oh yes, it's playing over here.
Oh. Let's read it line by line.
I have so many tabs open right now, you would not believe.
Heard there was a secret chord.
Oh, God, don't do that. That's terrible. This part's not bad. Hey, play.
It's a beautiful instrument.
Okay. Buckley, if you want, we are inviting you to line by line.
There's where we invite the dead guy. So anyway, I had this talk with Tom. He didn't bother to tweet it or retweet it. But today, he did post this, which was pretty hot.
For thousands of years.
Shut up in Twitter.
For thousands of years, every Nefesh slayer.
I need Jacob to confirm whether or not what he's saying is true. And check
Israelites are wandering in the wilderness. They're hungry and thirsty. And they say to God, "We miss the cucumbers and melons we had in Egypt. Now our Nefesh has dried up." Or when Joseph was hauled off into slavery in Egypt, his Nefesh was put into iron shackles. But Nefesh doesn't only mean throat. Since your whole life and body depend on what comes in and out of your throat, Nefesh could also be used to refer to the whole person. Like in Genesis, there were 33 Nefesh in Jacob's family.
How many? How many were there?
And body depend on what comes in and out of your throat. Nefesh could also be used to refer to the whole person. Like in Genesis, there were 33 Nefesh in Jacob's family, that is, 33 people. In the
33. What do you know about 33? I mean, if you're a conspiracy theorist, folk, you might be scared of the number 33 because of its association with the Freemasons who secretly run the world after swearing Luciferian oaths. But what's the important thing is how many vertebrae are in your spine. Does anybody know? Can we look that up? Let's look that up together. How many human vertebrae? Human vertebrae. Let's do it. And ladies and gentlemen, this just in from the Hive Mind chat. History is a set of lies agreed upon.
It is ring-shaped and attaches directly to your skull. This vertebra allows you to nod your head. C2, called axis, serves as an axis about which C1 pivots, allowing you to shake your head when saying no. C1 is able to pivot on this backbone or vertebral column, is composed of 30...
How many?
3 bones, called vertebrae, also called your backbone or vertebral column, is composed of 33 bones, called vertebrae, which provide your body with support.
Whoa, wait a minute. Wait, we want what's best for you. So, let me get this straight. You guys are going to have to chat more and fill up the box if you want to show up on the stream. I need you to work for it, Hive Mind chat. What is that you said, Bad B.O.? Your last address was 33. Okay, so you have 33 vertebrae in your spine, and if you get scared of the number 33, then you're secretly scared of your own spine. Isn't that odd? You're not available anymore. Go home. Oh, here's this. That one?
Their structure, their power structures, their higher.
I'm really still looking for the one I want to show you while this is going on.
Corporate memes because they play the game.
Hail Hydra.
There is this elite contempt. And to some degree, it was associated with the political class. But on further analysis, it's not the political class. Right. It's the chattering literati, the chattering educated literati. And I actually happen to think that that's the case. That
Isn't it fun when you can laugh at yourself? Isn't it fun? I can't. What? Ah. Oh yeah. So on the channel there, available if you haven't seen it yet, is a bunch. I have this playlist right here. Look, I'll show you. See, it says playlist. And on this playlist, somewhere in here, I think I can see ones that you can't see. Here's the secret unlisted view of the playlist I have. Oh, there it is. Conversations and such. What else is on there? Oh, look, the ASB collaborative playlist. Are you familiar? Did you ever see what this was? Check this out. Hello, Internet. It is I, Griswold Gaius Grimm of the First LARP Ingression Protocol. I've been doing some projects on the side with the Hero Looking For group, and as such have been inspired to ask you or offer you an opportunity to participate in the Alien Salience Project. What? An opportunity for me? We live in trying and confusing times. The Alien Salience Project is an attempt to provide explanations of reality to visitors who might come from far different cultures than our own. So take 5 to 8 minutes of video of yourself explaining the reality to visitors who may come from, say, an underwater culture or something weird. So you have to start from the ground up about us being monkeys or whatever you think happened, But explain reality to an alien in the salient way. See, alien salience. And then the project makes it the ASP. So yes, I was part. Take part in the ASP, the Alien Salience Project, today by recording a 5 to 8 minute video of yourself explaining reality, upon which, hey McNarth, there's a replay you can watch. I need the view count. Thank you. And if you go to the playlist itself, there's this magical link here. That means even from your YouTube channel, once you click this link, you can go to your own video of yourself, much like Chris Patkow did in this.
This is...
And then here where it says save, you can click on the Alien Salience Project collaborative playlist will appear in this list, just like this, and you check mark it, and that magically makes you part of the Alien Salience Project. Here are the available ones for view now. The one from Hero Looking For group, the one from Chris Patkow, the one from Volvodenia, the one from Paul Gordon Collier, one of my favorites, I must say. Let's see what Chris had to say while I go get nicotine.
For the Alien Salience Project, this video is to whom it may concern. Whoever finds this, 1,000 years from now or 100 million years from now, or, well, I mean, come to think of it, time doesn't exist, so the aliens might even be watching this right now. But this is basically to explain to the aliens what exactly reality is, or at least how we perceive reality compared to theirs, So, you would imagine that coming from a different reality, you definitely have some culture shock and perhaps need an explanation. So the most important thing to understand about our reality, I don't know how other realities are, is that we have no idea what's going on. And we're clueless. And the main thing that we have figured out is you can't act like you don't know. So we've got people who don't know, and they know they don't know, and they're doing nothing. And then we got people who don't know but think that they know, and then those are the ones that we're making our leaders. And so we're just, well, I don't know, and this guy seems to know, so we're just going with him. But really, we've got no clue. We're completely lost as to exactly what reality is or what we're doing. The best that I can figure it out is that I believe that I exist. It seems as though I exist. It seems like this is happening. I can't be certain, but it seems as though or at least something believes that I exist. So there's that at least. But if I was to really say what that is, I couldn't say. If I had to describe it, the best I could, it'd be that I am observing the experience that I am having. I am something conscious that is aware of its existence. I'm observing. Beyond that, we really have no clue. From here on out, or from everything out from here branches to speculation. It seems as though matter is real. We've got taste, smell, touch, feel, all this type of stuff. It's pretty convincing that it's real. We don't have any evidence to make us think otherwise, but we also don't really have any evidence to make us really think that that any of it is real.
Now, I'm kind of shadow bland, so every view you do of this project helps that not be a thing. Like, I think if I get popular enough, they have to unshadow ban me or ban me entirely. One of the two. And all you have to do to participate in the AASP, the Alien Salience Project. Don't be salty, alien. Here's how it works here. Welcome to Earth. You know, I actually wrote an intro for that once. Huh. So I think, see, cult of my nefesh. My nefesh. My nefesh. Hello. Hey, Magic. No. Hey, nefesh. Hey, you, nefesh. We're starting a new thing with the Grim Grizz LARP Gate cult. Pay attention. This is important. We want what's best for you, so please pay attention. Remember to embody everything you believe and don't be false to yourself. There is no agency. It's just us LARPing. Some people LARP as government agents who may or may not kill you for saying the wrong thing. Okay, but here's the new thing. The cult is starting. Hold on, I have to type it in here first. What was it again? Shh. Oh yeah, this. Oh no. What you do is you have nothing typed in here, and then you turn on the eyeball in OBS, and then you type it in here. And like, if anybody So you might know some people, and those people might say a sentence that goes like, well, I'm a something-ist. Like, I'm a philosophist, I'm a sophist, I'm a solipsist. Okay? And if anybody hits you with an ist that they are, here's the new phrase you can, this will cause them to roll a savings throw. Is you say, if they say, I'm a something-ist, you say, oh really? Show me your asp. I don't understand that isp. What is that isp? If you've done an Aliens project about how reality is for your isp, then you can show me your asp. Get it? See how that works, everybody? Good to see you, Magic. Glad you're here. This is only a test. Welcome to the... Remember, 6 to 8 videos. We're dealing with human attention spans. You can explain that, why it has to be 6 to 8 minutes, but for fuck's sake, please be 6 to 8 minutes. It's also got to be you. I've had like a clip collage by you will work, but you have to introduce it with your face and close it with your face. I've had people put up other people's videos, add them to this playlist, and that fuckers the whole thing. So, like, okay, so here's, it's like, this is basic role playing. Save versus understanding what the hell he's talking about. Remember, to get a savings throw through this game that we can play with a hive mind, that's you guys over here, hey, and me, you can go ahead. There's probably emojis that we should assign for each of these, don't you think? I heard there's secret emojis, but making the other guy look into it is really difficult for me. Anyway, focus. Fight, flight, freeze, or focus. Fight, flight, freeze, or focus. Focus. We're doing a savings throw for that thing. And, oh yes, for when you say show me your ass, they have to roll a savings throw. So I'm giving you a savings throw versus participating in the Alien Salience Project. All right, do you identify as an ist? Then show me your asp. Show me your ass, baby. You can choose heart, social. No, wait. Heart's this one. Oh, no. I've lost my heart. Son of a... Chris, tell us more about the world.
It's as likely that this is all a dream. Other than one other thing that we intuit and have been intuiting since the beginning is that we are observing, and then we are also being observed, and we're not exactly sure how to process this. And what I mean by process is we're not exactly sure how to conceive of this, and so we've come up with ideas like God and the gods.
Hi. One of the gods we've come up with is Seshet. She has what looks like a cannabis leaf on her head, measures the reign of kings, and at the bottom of her reign of kings is the Kekomega frog, available in the link below as a shirt. It's very fancy. Show me your asp. Show me your asp, and show me your kek. Either one. We gotta start a different collaborative playlist for that. Remember, Embody, we want what's best for you. Let's see. The Hive Mind chat has been doing their job in Hive Mind chatting. Let's see what they have to say before we roll these savings throws versus participating in the Aliens project. Survival, social, wisdom, or heart. One of those four things is what you're basing your save on. Like in tabletop RPGs known as like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff, like they're assigned to those attributes of your character. And so, but instead of assigning them to you, since you don't have character sheets, you get to pick, and it's a participatory thing between me and the Hive Mind and you. The replay watchers, if it's the first time you've seen it, if it's the third time you've watched this, you can pick a different one. Or, knowing what the right dice will roll momentarily, you can pick the same one because you're cool enough to watch the replays. All right. I got to roll them together because the sound is like 8. It's 8. Autonomic stimulus nervous? No. What is ASMR? Does the Hive Mind know? If you guys know what ASMR stands for, when they talk really stupid to get you off. If you guys know what is it? Quit trying to remember shit, bro. Roll the dice. Hey, survivalists. You got an 8. It's like infinity sideways. If you have purchased and are wearing an EMF beanie from GitLambs with the tinfoil code below, the link is on the Discord in the porch, then that makes it an 11 because the hat gives you a +3 to savings throws on the stream. Otherwise, you've failed your savings throw, survivalist, with your 8, and if you've chosen survival and don't have a hat on, acronym is right. Thank you, Top Feed. Then if you're wearing the hat, your savings throw is an 11 because you get the +3, right? And that's over 10, and you make it, and you can still not participate. However, if you've chosen survival and are not currently wearing an EMF beanie, then you have failed your savings throw versus participating in the ASP, and I expect to see your addition to the playlist by next week. Sociologists, socialists, you socialist folk, you don't have to show me your ASP, because you don't have one. You're just ideologically possessed. Because you rolled so good on your savings throw with the 18, 9 twice. Sophists, 13. Participate if you're unlucky. Those of you with heart, 12 chambers. 12, the number of completion. Your heart is complete. Participate if you like. So, and if anybody knows what the acronym ASMR represents in full extended form, please add it to the Hive Mind chat. Dear aliens, here, Top Feed's too lazy to make a video, so here, I'll just make it for you. This one, without your word. Dear aliens, I don't know what the hell's going on. Hell's a whole different thing, but if you don't get that craft back up and running, you're... There you go, Top Feed, because, you know, we go way back. Okay. Let's see what else we have in here. It's from our good friend Gavin at Hero Looking For Group. Okay.
I have a microphone.
You can edit out the parts where you have to fix your microphone for your entry. That's fine. You don't have to leave those in.
That
whoa, ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. Jacob Sonnenberg provided Sonnenberg. That's resonant with a lot of things. He responded with the proper expansion of the acronym ASMR, right? Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. Top Feed had it too, but he's already got his ass kissed or licked if you're European. Enough in this episode.
In our society goes back and watches these videos in order to understand reality. There's the artificial intelligence which emerges story. There's also the story that we are here because of an artificial intelligence. So an artificial intelligence is the reason we exist. So we exist inside of the mind of an artificial intelligence. And you could replace other words for artificial intelligence. So that's an interesting story. Another story is the reptilians, and more generically, a species that evolved on Earth before the monkeys evolved on Earth. And I love telling these. I tell my son these stories. He likes my stories. But in that story, the reptilians, you know, they evolved, like maybe velociraptors evolved, and their technology evolved to the point where they became immortal, and that they didn't die of old age. They could still die, but they did not die of old age. They were using like nanites or nanobots, and once they achieved this state of culture and technology, they decided to hit a reset button on planet Earth to allow the next intelligent life to form. So if you're immortal, it might be nice to have some friends, you know, from a new species. You could. There's similar reasons why an AI would create us, that the reptilians or the species before monkeys would allow us to emerge. And then similarly, we could be telling a story we could be telling the story of us becoming that species, which then may hit the reset button, so that maybe the octopus or, you know, something else, and maybe even we tinker with it so that we facilitate that species evolution toward technology, you know, the creation of technology and the realization of immortality. So those are some stories, and so that's 3 minutes down on who I'm telling the story to, right? When I tell the story, I could be telling the story of how we got here and why, or I could be telling the story of how we get there, and it could be the same story. It repeats itself, and it repeats itself whether it was reptilians.
The Hive Mind chat, star and like, I'm only not making moderator out of spite. I Am Magic has added to the Hive Mind and this live stream experience, I think penguins are aliens. And I'm going to offer what I consider supporting evidence of that theory. We'll get to you in a minute, Tom. That we already saw. In my video collection, which I'm sure you all could use an extra viewing of, right? There are kitten streams. This moment when ayahuasca called JBP out to reignite the spark of divine masculinity 5 years ago. The anti-masturbatory Reaper retort, the nanotech part, me talking to Ironroot like a lotus flower. What are we looking for? A specific thing. Yes, it is a specific thing. What is it? Penguins. It's penguins, and it's one of your more popular videos, actually. Statistically, it's I know somewhere in the title. See, it has a search feature, right? Sort by most popular. Aha. It's not that. It's not this creepy pair. For some reason, the Fringe encounter with me and Mark is one of my most populars. I don't know why.
Strangest thing in the world. Like, who would have thought that Darwin would bring Plato back?
That's about all I can play without a copyright strike. Oh, me and Yon shoot, that was good. It's dire warning, damn it. Where's search across your channel? Go to your channel. You go to your channel. You shut up. Woo! Me and Tom's doing really good. Look at that. 83 already. We'll get to it though. There's the clip we're gonna play from that. Really? Yeah, it's a good one. No, not live videos. Okay, now you can search across your channel. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Aha, way up top. Search across your channel. Dire warning. Now remember, embody. No, not details, you wanker. Click on it. Oh, you son of a... Welcome to the Broken Clock Tower Communion Open House. Guest starring Seshat. Are you mostly real? This beautiful bunny, mostly real, probably soon to be a t-shirt, because why not? Look at it. Mostly real is a Discord role on the Broken Clock Tower Discord. It's true. Don't show that, show this. Okay, this is true. And the reason for the mostly real, generally, by the time you're real, most of your hair has been loved off and your eyes drop out and you get loose in your joints and very shabby. But these things don't matter at all, because once you are real, you can't be ugly. Except to those people who don't understand. Remember, Embody, we want what's best for you. Oh, penguins, right, because we're doing the Aliens project, and Magic in the Hive Mind thinks that penguins are aliens, and according to a dire warning from Jordan B. Peterson,
I'd like to announce my new book, Beyond Order: 12 More Rules for Life. Unlike my previous book, Beyond Order explores as its overarching theme how the dangers of too much security and control might be profitably avoided. Because what we understand is insufficient, and control might be profitably avoided. Because what we understand is insufficient, we need to keep one foot within order while stretching the other tentatively into the beyond. I hope that people find this
the secret here is that the part you were supposed to
I hope
catch
that people find
was the penguin in the corner.
This.
Did you see that was a 33-second? Shut up. You see it, right? The penguins are aliens, and thanks to a viral hit, they were able to lock up all the animals and let the penguins walk around. Because as discussed in my wonderful talk over on Burn Power's channel with Burn Power, penguins, and oh yeah, in War of the Worlds, the way humans win was by getting the aliens sick. Actually, I didn't spell it out that clearly there, but oh wait, oh yeah, let's do this part. From the Fringe Encounter with me and Tom Robinson, where me is the me that's not in communion at all. We do have this wonderful
team.
Quit, stop. Probably serendipitous tree tag is what we call, because like, okay, so check this out. We call it tree tagging because when like there's a forest of content out there and you find the good tree that should not be cut down, you tag it with a ribbon. So this 4422 here in this clip has been tree tagged as content worthwhile.
And even when you see an artist and some kind of glory is coming through them, when they get caught up in themselves that it's me, that ruins the whole thing, because the glory has to flow through them and not be them in some way. But life is that weird.
Well, that was tree tagged content for me in the discussion with Tom Robinson over on the tweet box, which is dramatically, possibly being hostile, taken over by the mighty Elon Musk, president of the Boring Company, which is the company that's big drills is boring, right? It's boring to dig big holes, unless you're doing it underground for the government and or aliens, in which case the contracts are well worthwhile. Elon, please give me some money to spend. I have this thing I call the Marissa Tomei thing, because like I misremember her in the movie My Cousin Vinny with Joe Pesci saying that she used to, like, she grew up with old men who sat around and could identify the car by the sound of its engine. And based on seeing that once, I think it'd be a fabulous idea if we got to wear EMF beanies from Gitlams, the tinfoil code, it's in the links on the porch. Like, and underneath those beanies have things that read brain waves, and then like have our base meditative state established and fed into a vat of this data. Okay? Anybody not with me? Hive mind, you're on board so far, right? You get the EMF beanie, you put something that reads EMF wave, like brain waves in it. Okay? And then you put it on and you start recording that sensor data, goes into a thing, and it's a vat of all this data. Check. Okay. Now, once that happens, you get a meditative baseline for each subject, where like they're like fasting, preferably sober and meditating. They go to their happy place, wearing the hat, and that's the brain waves there. Okay, and then you let them commune with Seshat of varying strains and hybridizations, because like the indica folks are everywhere. But and then as the brain waves get altered by the communion, it is measured and fed into this vat of data. And then we take the vat of data and we put an AI interface on top of it. It's like the only thing it knows to answer questions with is the sum of the changes in brainwave. And then we like offer to have that cadre of participatory monkeys watch a commercial, and we can measure the same way the commercial impacts the brainwaves and whether or not people made their savings throws.
Or artificial intelligence, or us, right? We could be the reptilians, or we could be the thing that facilitates the AI, the birth of the AI. And then, so I'm talking to the future artificial intelligence or the future evolved octopus. You know, something like that. I prefer AI because I'm actually recording this thing that could be made available to the AI that might already exist. So keep that in mind. All right.
Oops. Keep that in mind at all times. See, if there was an editor monkey I had for these live feeds, then you would actually be getting the Briss editions and the Kinsakuri editions. But there's too many snakes and not enough monkeys. Right, Paul? Right, Paul? Who's Paul? Paul is Pastor Paul Vanderklay. And if you don't know him by now, get to know him, because everybody else here does, and it's part of the social memory complex. I wanted to bring this up over here. He does a Discord Q&A where you can like influence not only a pastor's mind, but a pastor and his online flock with questions. And I did. Again, I have a whole on my other computer out there. I have a whole slice. One thing I struggle. Like week after week, I asked him questions and I cut them all out all nice, but it's on the other computer. Look, here's where I did. You can see, Grim Grace. Hey, Paul, please let me know about monkeys full of snakes. And he said that, so it's not just a random troll.
Struggle with is when I'm outside of the moment, I can accept that, you know, God will have an ultimate perfect judgment. But when I'm inside that moment, it's much harder to see. And I do something like that, which is completely wrong. And
when I'm inside the moment of communion with... When I'm inside the moment of communion with Seshad, I consider myself not only General Griswold Gaius Grim of the 1st LARP Gate and Aggression Protocol. Oh God, would somebody ask me the right questions about that, please? But also an indigo thief. Now, indigo is a reference to chakras, okay? Remember the survival, social, wisdom, and heart? Indigo's up here, okay? And there's this song that I'm going to try to play a tiny part of. See if I can get away with it.
Who are you to wave your finger? You must have been on your head. I hold deep in muddy water.
This is a reaction. I'm reacting to it. This is a reaction video. It's completely legit. Please don't censor me. Right? That's legal? YouTube masters who don't let my comments appear places? Please, I'm trying to get along with your attention span. I am. I'm doing my best. Now, let's see if we can find the chorus. Now you're weeping shades of cozened indigo when you're high. You must have had lemon juice up in your eye. That you must have been doing it for social reasons. Oh, whoa. There used to be a place people could give me lemons. It was great, sort of. Okay, so I'm cozening indigo. What the hell does cozened mean? Miriam! No, no. Damn it, Miriam. There, yes. But just cosent though. Yes, define. Miriam, here. Sorry, guys. Ahem.
Cousining.
No, it's not cousin. It's cozening. What's the matter with you, Miriam? Are you British? To deceive, win over, or induce to do something by artfully coaxing and wheedling or shrewd trickery. So, the whole remember thing, I consider myself an indigo thief. I'm cozening indigo from Seshat. And the thing about cozening indigo from Seshat is it's really hard to remember the indigo you've cozened. However, if you live stream it to other people, they can catch it and clip it, and then you can share it afterwards. And beware of unearned wisdom. Remember, Ambody, we want what's best for you. Okay, so, all right, Hive Mind, where was I? Where should I go? I sold the asp, the spine.
Support and protect your spinal cord from injury.
More of this.
That they get caught up in their own glory and forget that it's some gift that goes through them. I don't know. That's strange too. Because I would like people to not, I would like that it wouldn't be just the glamorous people that get to create content, and the idea that Hollywood, the beautiful people, are the only ones that can put beauty into the world. I think there's more beauty, and it's more beautiful now in this leveling that everybody can, I want everybody to just say something and not be afraid. Like, I'd like people to come to church and sing, and they always say, no, I'm not good enough. And I'm thinking, yeah, you're not good enough for American Idol. For the world's idolatry, you're not good enough. You're trying to be king of the hill. But if you're in the church, that isn't what the church is. And it's very hard to say that too, because, you know, you want gifted, beautiful voices, but I think there's something deceiving about the world, that we think only the beautiful should be in front of us, and the broken have something. I showed kids, so I worked with kids all the time. I showed kids this video, the girl born without a face or something like that, and it was this, you know, this tragic condition that this girl's face hadn't developed, and she was born, and she was very
Thanks, Tom. Okay, so, hey, Hive Mind. How are you guys? Look, Sourdy gave me a lemon, y'all. This stream is called Communion Open House and Broken Clock Tower. Broken Clock Tower is the name of the Discord. You know why? Do you know why? Hey, Nodrick, good to see you. Do you know why the Broken Clock Tower Discord is called the Broken Clock Tower Discord? Anybody? Anybody in the Hive Mind? The Hive Mind chat. Hey, Daniel, good to see you. The Hive Mind chat over here. Is it you guys? You guys. Do you know why the Broken Clock Tower Discord is called the Broken Clock Tower Discord? What's up with the tower? What's with the broken clock? Do you know? If you know, and you say on the Discord and you're currently just denizen level, I will elevate you to the mostly real status, like this bunny. Because remember, Embody, we want what's best for you. Now, as I was saying, this is called the Communion Open House. I have the open house. We're going to do that. But before that happens, I'd like to make a disclaimer. When I go into the tower in the live stream voice section, like, you don't have to be watching the live stream to see that. You can see me there and be like, hey, I'll drop in on Grimm's live stream. if the persons who show up on that in the Discord in what follows, and I'll give you savings throws for it. If people show up on this stream that have not been in the Hive Mind chat, the Hive Mind chat, then they are attention-seeking, questionable characters that you should be wary of. But meanwhile, I'm gonna do that. Let's go to this part, Tom.
But it's strange that you can take kids on a mission or on some kind of trip where they're serving, and they aren't necessarily going to like it, but it becomes something that they love. They revel in, in doing the work and doing it as a little community. And then afterwards, they love the experience, but they would never say, and who would? Yeah, I'd like to take a vacation and work.
It'd sure be great if I went and helped some lepers.
Yes, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, yeah.
It might be.
Yeah.
Since you've mentioned working with the youth, and I'd like to get into a little of the paintball thing, but there's this Joseph Campbell bit that I can't let go of because I
remember Alan Watts once asked me, Joe, what is your yoga? I said, my yoga is underlining sentences. And everything I know, Will Rogers used to say, all I know is what I read in the newspapers, and all I know is what I read in books. A little more added. The rituals of initiation of young men in some of the very simple societies are extremely interesting. The boys are brought up to be in fear of the masks that the men wear in their rituals. These are the gods. These are the personifications of the powers that structure the society. The boy, when he gets to be more than his mother can handle, the men come in with their masks or whatever their costume is, and they grab the kid, and he thinks he's been taken by the gods. Taken out into the men's ground, and he's beaten up and everything else. But then there, in New Guinea, there's a wonderful, wonderful event where this poor kid has to stand up and fight a man with a mask. I'd say he's fighting the god. The man lets the kid win. Takes the mask off, puts it on the kid. Now the mask is not there defeated and simply said, oh, this is just myth. It said the mask represents the power that is shaping the society and has shaped you, and now you are a representative of that power. That's a big story. And there are... That's a big story. I seem to have successfully set up the live stream voice appearing on the stream. Now remember, if the person you see who appears here has yet to appear there, they're an attention-seeking person you should be wary of. And I did tell you I'd give you savings throws. Let's see how those go under this new setup, shall we? Thank you for joining us today on the Broken Clock Tower Communion Open House stream, which is just now opening of the house. That's how that works. Fade to black. Fade back in. There's no transition. No, where'd you go? Now where? Aha. Woo. No, I like the slider. You have a slider to do the transitions in OBS, and you can do it like that. It's pretty fancy. Here's your savings throws for the open house
part of this communion stream. Thank you for joining us in the Hive Mind chat. Remember, Embody, there's a bunch of stuff you can buy to show your support and initiation in the description below. Everybody should know by now, but it's survival, social, wisdom, or heart. Pick one. Oh, nat 20 for the survivalists, like a Ukrainian dog roll. Socialists, double infinity, 16 for you. Make sure you hold it right so they can see. You shut up. Sophists, lovers of wisdom, you got a 14. 14. And that is 2 sevens. And that you made your savings throw. Heart, you're only missing one with a 19. Congratulations, you've also made your savings throw against whoever shows up in the open house. That person. Can you guys not get in here? Is there no attention-seeking people also watching the chat? What's going on? It doesn't matter. We'll just keep putting on the show. You keep putting on the show. Oh, not that one. That one, yeah, just don't go there anymore.
Quite a number of examples around the world. Down in Tierra del Fuego, the Ona people down there had rituals of this kind where the kid had to get up and fight this god power that he'd always been afraid of. And the man put up a good fight for the kid, you know, but then the boy won. Now you're a man. You've broken past the image as fact and understand the image as metaphor. And you are to represent what the metaphor stands for.
I feel it's one of the major things missing from our society. And he tells this story about this tribe in New Guinea or wherever, where like at some point in the young man's life, he's got to go into a cave and fight a man wearing the mask of the gods. And the guy puts up a fight, and then when he lets the kid win, but he puts up a fight, and when he lets the kid win, he takes off the mask and puts it on the kid. And like, I don't feel that in our society, the young men are assigned with the task of holding up society. And to me, that's really symbolic of you're part of what holds everything together now.
Right.
And I think that's missing. And sure, my fantasy is that comes through in Paintball for Jesus, which to anyone who isn't familiar with my particular version of the notion, is like growing up here in Southwest America, everybody was like super into high school football because it was like the parents, everybody, the community could get behind their own children participating in this competitive activity. And my notion was that if that spirit of like unity pride, community, whatever, for that competition was done through the churches in a way, because like paintball is not cheap, and there's plenty of poor people, but we could maybe get poor kids into church so they could play on the team, because I think the church needs to be revivified with youth.
Right.
And that sponsoring paintball teams would be a way to do that. And for me personally, having spent decades getting my dopamine from video games, like paintball was one of the few things that was as good or better than like shooting rockets as Farah in Overwatch. Like the pump on the inside was just about as good or better when I was shooting at people with paintball guns. And so the whole notion for Paintball for Jesus, everybody, was just to combine like actual physical activity with community support and church attendance and getting outside embodied. And so there's the sales pitch for anybody.
shouldn't do it, right? But I still did it.
I see pastors do that a lot, and I seldom find it improves much. And so this neo-Pharisee, I don't want to insult the Pharisees, so I won't use that.
Thank you.
But questions? Rick says, "Oh, you might as well." I don't even know. I think Theo La Lusa from the 8th snuck a question in before I said no more questions. What did, regarding what you mentioned about people that do not allow themselves to be loved, my dad is like that. Any advice? Number 1, pray. That's easy advice to give, and it's good advice. Prayer isn't an excuse for inaction.
Okay, you're visual, but you can't hear me because I'm deafened in Discord. Now you can hear me in Discord. You're now live on the stream, but I don't know if they can hear you. Try. All right, I have to make you louder. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Ironroot, who likes to be called Manuel, as I understand it. Yes, welcome to the Broken Clock Tower Communion Open House stream. As identified in the Broken Clock Tower Discord, this room is the live stream voice room. So if you're in here, you may damn well be live streaming to my YouTube channel and or wherever else I went after they kicked me. We have a Hive Mind chat. It's this way for me now because I'm in Discord. And that you guys, look that way again. That is the direction in which your face points at the Hive Mind chat on the live stream. Copy? So if you want to talk shit to people in the Hive Mind chat, look that way when you do it. Like you people, incoming. I have to make a new capture panel now. I was not prepared for 3 people. You have to do a window capture in OBS for each picture you want to have separate power over. And then with the new one, you hold the Alt while you pull the red handles, and it makes it to where you can isolate it in the video. So then I can have a window for you, and then I can fix the window for you because somebody messed it up by being the third person. I'm not going to name any names. No, that's me. I have to fix mine again, too. So, like, you should really do this beforehand for each number of slots. The main one? No, that's not how we roll around here, sir. I'm training an army of lobster monkeys who can like go and reap tree tag good content. Then I can send in the reapers to go get it in the content, and then I can present it to somebody as a beholder, to where like people busy with actual lives, all they have to watch is the beholder, and they get all the good tree tagged content from the entire monkey army. It's just. Okay, so, all right, imagine a sea, okay, and like an ocean. All right, yeah, get yourself in the right headspace. And just to be clear, you didn't know the live stream was going on and weren't in the Hive Mind chat before. That's correct. I just want to make that clear to everybody. Remember, everybody. There is no agency. It's just people LARPing. They might believe that that's what they are, but really they're their mama's baby and their daughter's father. And so, like, you might encounter them when they're toting guns and shit, but they're really just nefesh, namaste and shit. You got your... Yeah, I'm planning to try and hit him up for a Fringe encounter, so that everybody can meet him. Like in the Conversations and Such playlist that's provided on this channel, you can find all of my Fringe encounters, including one with this guy, Iron Root. I believe it was. I don't know. Some of them I didn't name. I don't practice consistent naming on the videos, and so not all of the Fringe encounters say Fringe encounter, but basically that's all that's in there. In the Conversations and Such playlist available on this channel. You can also find fabulous gear in the description below. Yes, there was a hat wearing. Okay, so we're imagining an ocean now. Is everyone ready? Deep breath in, there's an ocean, but it's made of information. And this information flows in channels. And on each channel, the person that operates the OBS and the stream is basically operating a ship. A lot of these ships have a Discord community which forms like the interior invisible hull of the ship. You can crawl in and out of different ships. I believe that Nodrick over here has a Discord you can climb into. I know Ironroot likes to play around on Vervaeke's steamship, right? But a Discord is like the interior of a vessel, a ship steered through a channel of information that people watch in their prison cell phones. And you, sir, are you travel between different ships, and you've just launched your own, which these two kind souls helped you launch by getting in your ship with you and channeling information to people. There, that you asked who you are in this Shaborg. That's it. That's what you. That's your role here. Oh, well, that's good, because I've been doing most of the talking. I do have to switch it from when I'm playing shit. Sound
and
comes
prayer
out my
itself
TV.
Isn't inaction. Prayer is remarkably difficult.
This will work.
But you should definitely pray for your dad. Number 2. C.S. Lewis says the door to hell.
All the shit I've been talking, it hasn't been recorded.
The door to many people's personal hells.
It hasn't been broadcast properly. But it is now. It is now.
People.
It's all stuck in the hull of the ship.
Yeah. But like I think you said, "Who am I?" So I don't think they missed too much. Oh, and the hat. This guy wears hats.
Yeah.
It's in those the Fringe encounters we were talking about. He look, if you look very carefully. Oh yeah, I'm not even showing them this shit. Hey everybody, this ship is provided to you on this channel thanks to the Shadow Cabal of production executives, which includes people who buy gear, my patrons, my Substack subscribers, and those who make cash donations through the PayPal and shit. Thank you. You make this possible. That's the Shadow Cabal of production executives. Now, in this Vanderklay Q&A from Friday, let me get to this and then we'll just talk, guys. Hold on. In this Vanderklay clip from Friday, you can see, if you look very closely, over his shoulder, there is a monkey cup, which he features at the timestamp I did not get.
And people are amazingly complex, and when it comes right down to it, remarkably difficult.
I can see the cup.
And usually, it's blocked themselves in their own personal hell. So, Ian would know. She had an interesting trust name.
I didn't think it was this deep. He pulls out the cup and shows people, for fuck's sake. And then, and after he does that, he talks about how he met Peterson and Tammy and their CAA handlers. But remember, everybody, that's the Shadow Cabal. There is no agency. Hey, I got to see what the Hive Mind chat's saying. How you guys doing? You guys, how are you doing?
us? Or the chat
Yes,
about?
Nodric. Yes, I also want to know how the Hive Mind chat is doing. But you guys say words with your mouth holes, please, so that I can stop.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm thinking about the dream I had, where I was running after the bus, then the driver took me by the hand and dragged me going up the hill. And then when we up the hill, I looked outside and there were trees around. And on one of the trees, there was a brown bear just hanging like randomly. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. And I guess that's how I'm doing as well.
How does that make you feel, Iron Root?
I feel a slight tingling in my stomach. And the taste in the back of the mouth is like fruity.
Oh, that was nearly simultaneous, but you didn't follow through.
My cup is hot.
Burning with black bear energy.
Yeah.
The Hive Mind chat is very supportive of hearing you.
My cup has your reflection.
We are beings of light that can only perceive reflection. See, that's that hot Kozen indigo I was talking about. What did you say, sir?
You don't see
I said
us.
I'm
We are
definitely
I said, sir. Don't spoiler alert, Agent Nodric.
Yes, sure. So, I had a good joke, but I'm just gonna say my heart is made of light, so I'm light-hearted.
You had a good joke. Come on, man. Let's hear it. Let's have the Hive Mind evaluate. Okay. Oh, it was a witty retort, perhaps, less than the joke.
It was witty. I only do witty things.
That's a new policy for you. How's it going so far?
What was the old policy then?
I don't know, but if you only do witty things, you must be just starting now.
No. They're witty until I speak them. Like it's
on the inside, they're witty as fuck, you guys. You wouldn't believe.
Like the audience really appreciates them.
Oh, are we making fun of me?
No, of me. That's absolutely no. I'm talking about me. My jokes are witty, like just right in there. That's why I don't speak them.
I used to say was, I never do a battle of wits with an unarmed foe.
Oh.
But I don't say that anymore because that I never part at the beginning.
You want to do a battle? Like, that sounds intriguing.
It's like a rap battle, but it's of witty retorts.
Okay. Let's see if I can
now,
manage this.
If I could instantaneously speak things into existence, the audience would be able to clap at certain things, and the algorithm would know who had spoken last, and that would change the size of these windows of our faces. So the person who was winning got bigger and bigger, and the person who was losing got smaller and smaller. But alas, I don't work for... I can't speak things into existence. So we're all about the same size now.
So you get dough for how much you win?
Yeah, like say you and I were doing this battle of wits, right? And if they hit the applause button or whatever right after you say something, then your camera thing would get bigger. And so that it gives, we got to increase the levels of participation for people who are stuck in their cells.
And so the game is called Window, right? Like, it's separate words, window, and then subtitle, size matters.
Like, I like how window sounds like win though when you say it, because I'm here to win though, and so that's like a great name for it.
I will be the sword.
You can be the stand-in. The third option? You can always take the third option. Agent Nodrick. Remember, Embody. Oh, my scenes are so far apart. Because my list of scenes is so big. Remember, Embody. There is no agency. Welcome to the Broken Clock Tower Communion Open House live stream. Open House means even you could be one of these faces in windows on screens. Right now, by joining the Broken Clock Tower Discording and getting into the live stream voice room.
And if you join us, you can troll Grizz because he needs to reorient all the windows.
I need to reorient all the windows. No, man, they're already pointed this way. Where would I reorient them toward? So how could you please help the ladies in the crowd stoically deal with their inability to touch my body? Do you have any advice for them?
Yes. Shoot him, and then you can touch him.
Wow.
What? How dare
Hello, I see the assassins have failed. That's how they stoically
You have
deal
to be careful. If he wins his safe throw, you're screwed.
You got one shot. You got the one shot where you have the element of surprise. Roll initiative. All right, pick one, Iron. Yeah, you guys need saving throws. Let's do some like.
What are we saving from? Like I'm a little bit new here.
Yes. This is a new thing. We're on the edge of creation with each other. We're having a three-way on the edge of creation, and the hive mind can play along if they like. Says you're just changing the framing manual, and as I recall recently, I asked you, you have any advice for how ladies who can't touch me could endure that pain stoically? And then you played and had a fun time, but do you have any actual, like, you're supposed to be some kind of person who's read a lot of stoicism shit, right? Is that an accurate portrayal of your reputation?
No, that's definitely not an accurate portrayal.
Okay,
that's
what is your
portrayal of the persona that people try to present me as? So
well,
I'll go with it.
Remember, Embody, the best thing to be on a screen is a screen. A place for people to protect
yeah,
shit.
ladies, there's a lot of video material that you can access on Griz's YouTube channel. So that's one way that you can deal with it. The other one is get into his head and then get into his life. That's another way.
Get into his head and get into his life. Join in the hive mind chat. Contact them.
Yes,
that's not
exactly.
Stoically dealing with their lack of ability to. That's ways to get past their inability to.
Well, I don't think there's a stoic way apart from not participating in it. So.
I don't know. Just touch somebody else, ladies.
That's.
Oh yeah, touch.
Other words to that one. La Famiglia. Right? Bazzani. Funko Pop incoming. I don't know what the Funko Pop is. What's incoming is we're going to have these guys roll savings throws for something.
We can have an interface with chat, and they can, like, say what we need to save against.
Okay, yes. We have a consultation request. It's like on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, like the lifeline. Ironroot has cast a lifeline to the hive mind chat with the question, what should we be saving against?
Man overboard! Man overboard! I'm no longer in the hole.
He's not. But are you pulling a Jonah? Is that why you've gotten off the ship? It's because of this storm we're going through, and you're about to be swallowed by a whale, but at least your crewmen and folk are on a smooth sailing ship? Or are you not pulling a Jonah and you're overboard in some other fashion?
You want to hear my prophecies?
I keep giving you questions, and then you say something that has nothing to do with the question I just asked you, and it throws me off.
No, that was related to the question. What are you talking about?
Oh, Jonah had prophecies. All right, okay. I'm not really that familiar. Yes, but first, savings throw versus Ironroot's prophecies for the hive mind. The survivalists with the 12, socialists 15, sophists, lovers of wisdom, you only got a fucking 8, bro. So, an 8, bro. So if you're not wearing a hat, these prophecies of Saint Manuel over here, the glorious Iron Root, are gonna fuck with your head severely. However, those of you here for heart, that is what we call a nat 20. You are naturally immune to Iron Root prophecies. Please, Iron Root, prophesy.
Well, I'm prophesizing that we're gonna get fan art for the beholder. It's gonna be indoctrinating us all into the right way of being.
The right way of being?
Yes.
Is there a right way, Agent Nodrick? Is there a right way of being?
As opposed to left way of being?
As opposed to wrong ways of being, I would imagine.
Okay. Like, it was like, there is a right way, there is a left way, there is a forward and backward ways of being, and there is a straight way of being. I think the straight would be the stoic one. So,
Yes, I prefer the straight way as well. And you've heard the prophecy by Ironroot, ladies and gentlemen.
Guys, if you want to go right, there is a...
The straight way is bent.
Okay, then you go and create that seer, right? But the one who just like glances right. Yeah.
Okay, I just made the words beholder, fan art, prophecy. A show on the screen all pretty. There we have it. Fan art on the way. Let's see if they've answered your lifeline at all. Deepfake Grim Project, says Top Tweed Coco. Agrigore possession. Trying to solve the 9-dot problem, says Bad Oedipus, which... What's that mean about his mom? If somebody calls themselves Bad Oedipus in the Hive Mind chat, isn't that a mom joke, Oedipus? Ironroot, you've read long stuff, right? You know Oedipus?
Yeah, Oedipus was also prophesized, I think. And if I'm going to screw this up, I'm going to look ridiculous. But Oedipus was the guy who was prophesized to have sex with his mom, and then they got rid of him, and then he overthrew his dad or whatever. And
okay, so we'll take that as what Oedipus means. And this person in the Hive Mind chat names himself Bad Oedipus. Does that mean he's like, I was supposed to be screwing my mom, but I was like totally not going to do it. So I'm a bad Oedipus?
No, he just got like thrown out of the palace, and he's just like chilling wherever he got left. He never went and searched for it. Like he's just in the basement.
Well, in the legend, Oedipus did it by accident. Like, because they were trying to prevent it, it happened.
Yeah, man.
Like, actually, all the events that lead to Oedipus doing it were all the things that were trying to prevent him from doing it. So the bad one is the one who did it on purpose.
Good to know, you mother... That's what it means. So he's just calling himself a motherfucker. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's it. The riddle of Bad Oedipus solved live on the Broken Clock Tower Communion Open House.
Really good guy. Like, he by accident killed his dad. It's just like it was also an accident.
Jeez.
He was absolutely innocent. Then he went and married his mom also by accident.
There. I finally... Whew. Like so many scenes. It took me so... I got lost and finally made it back here. Okay, the default ontologies can have sketchy teloses. Isn't it telai? The plural. What's the plural of telos?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with telai.
Okay, so he says Default ontologies. An ontology is what? Some kind of heuristic? What's an ontology, sir?
An ontology is a thing that you should try and avoid, but it's trying to structure the thing that allows the thing to be.
How is it different from a frame?
Well, a frame isn't trying to define itself.
Okay, because ontology means the ology always means study of.
Right.
And onto is pronto? What is onto? Anybody know? This would be a good cue for Jesus or something. Ooh, Top Feed Coco recognized it as Sam Jackson's wallet because he's clever. That fella. It's a way of being. An ontology is the study of ways of being then, right? Or the result of a study of ways of being would be your ontology?
The ontology is what allows you for your way of being or something, right? Like, so it's the preconditions. It's relating to the necessities. It's relating to the axioms that we use.
So default ontologies would be the frame you're raised into, like the social frame, like if you're a cell in a petri dish, and the medium you're growing in, like determines the like your stem cell, so you could be anything, but they put you in with liver cells, so you turn into one of those. So that would be your default ontology, and those can apparently have sketchy teloi. And teloi is end goal. One of multiple end goals. Right?
Telomeres.
Oh, nice. Nice. You'd get a little bigger for the telomere reference. That was a good stab. I felt it right there. Right there. The audience did not decide what you're saving against. Your lifeline has, much like on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Your lifeline has failed you, sir. What are you saving? So how it works in D&D?
There's no lifeboats in the ship. Like, who designed this crappy piece of ship?
It's a rowboat. I'm a monkey in a rowboat, and people just keep getting in. There's this lady named Toots from Australia. She's like really nailing it home with like trying to build shit on this boat. And that's why in the description below, you can purchase such fabulous gear as the limited edition. No, show the, yes, the limited edition Frog Shen ring t-shirt of internal protection frog. Print Seshat Megakek. Best gift. Best gift, T Majestic. You can have this little adorable frog on the Omega symbol on the badge section of your shirt. And check this guy. This guy out. This guy also has a lobstamonkee cup. This is what it would. This could be you. You could look this cool as this guy right here. If only you would click the links in the description.
And coming up soon, Beholder fan art on the t-shirt.
Yes, I think that like whichever there's this section in the Broken Clock Tower Discord that it's called it's in the community area for everybody to get to, the community grounds. It's called VNA Logos, and that's a fabulous place to put Beholder fan art if you'd like to fulfill the prophecy of Ironroot. Made here on the Broken Clock Tower Communion Open House, April 24th, 2022.
Don't leave me out in the waters for a second time, people.
Okay, so for more information about Savings Throw and to expand on what I discussed on my appearance on the... Hold on, let me get this right.
Jacob live streaming?
No, yours.
Okay.
The
Unfolding of the Soul.
Unfolding of the Soul episode I did over on Agapic Orientation channel on YouTube. Available in the link below in the comments. I'll approve it. You can put it there later for people watching the replay. So I went into tabletop role playing a bit in that, and so to explain savings throws better for people who need more explanation. Like if a dragon is in the game, if we were playing the role playing game, it would like save again. I'd be like if this situation we're now living in were modeled in a tabletop role playing game, I would be making a probably like some kind of charm spell with this live stream. And so you guys would have to save against my charm spell or fall under my sway. And so to do that today, you pick between survival, social, wisdom, or heart. You pick one of those. I roll it, and if the result is 10 or more, you resist my charms and don't fall under my sway. But if it's less than 10, you fail your savings throw and become a loyal fan, participate in the Alien Saints Project, submit Beholder fan art, and buy a t-shirt. So, choose, and choose wisely. Survival, social, wisdom, or heart.
There's only one way to submit, and that's through the heart.
Ooh, survivalists. 3, welcome aboard. Sophists, lovers of wisdom. Oh, social first. Social, you're screwed. 4, buy a shirt. Wisdom, 13, you made it. You don't have to. Heart, savings throw, 17. You don't fall under my charms. You're not my willing puppets. You're just people now. Just people.
You're isolated in the reality.
Haha, enjoy real life, sucker. All right, I need you guys to talk about that thing while I go get nicotine. You can sabotage my show if you're that sort, Iron Root. But otherwise, please just carry the audience.
So what are we talking about? You need to give us a kick.
No, you need a topic?
No. Go.
Why sell your stuff, bro?
So if you want to buy this t-shirt, $100, and I'll send it to you.
No, your actual stuff. You're participating in a line-by-line podcast. You got your own podcast. There's Discord you could pimp. Do not miss this marketing opportunity. You either, Nodrick. Come on, Nodrick, would you please set the example for how to sell your own stuff for poor Iron Root here? I'll be back. Good luck.
I will sell Iron stuff. Okay, so Iron has an excellent podcast where he invites really cool people, and today was premiere of an episode of a dude who was in 5 clans or in 5 cults.
4 cults, and he joined our Discord, so
5
still
cults.
up in the air about the last one. 5 cults, okay.
Yes, a cool looking dude with a guitar. Interesting story. 2 hours.
2 hours of
1 hour
amazing
46
spiritual development.
minutes. Yes. So much time. Yeah, and
Yeah,
they
so
were
that... Go ahead.
Okay, and other interesting episodes were and people who partook in our line by line as guests also appeared. A lot of fun, a lot of interesting inside stories, truth, and stuff. Okay, and line by line, in line by line, discuss lyrics through personal projections, so no accurate information given. We don't know if the singer is alive. Actually, we knew about Cohen, but we didn't know about Jeff Buckley while we were making it. So, sorry, Jeff. Rest in peace. And yeah, what else? We name drop famous people and tag them on Twitter to see if they show up. So far, only Jordan Peterson responded. Yeah. What else can you say about our line by line?
Oh well, like you forgot the most important part. You get a package deal of the two of us, or you get a package deal of Nonric and Grim, and it's awkward sometimes, and sometimes it's really
Very
cool.
awkward. No, it's mostly very awkward and very cringy. A lot of unspoiled emotion. Sometimes we tear up from laughter, especially
Oh
when the
yeah.
songs are super sad. Like if the songs are sad, we will have to crack a joke about it. And if the joke doesn't help, then we just tease each other and bully each other. Sometimes it gets into fist fights, but over the screen. So like I will there like that. Yeah. So follow us, find us wherever we are.
Wow. Wow. I've never seen someone who loves the crowd and performing so much. And the way you sold that thing, that was brilliant. Or you're just sitting there low energy holding your forehead. One of the two. I don't know.
Yeah. I have to go, guys. I promised a friend that I will show up to show her emotional support.
Oh, you're here with us instead? Get the fuck out of here.
No, she's watching. So I'm like, I came in to say hi, and now, like, as I was about to leave, you were like, I'm gonna nicotine. You have to guys. I was like, oh my god, should I really right now would be really a bad time to go. So now since you're here and
Yeah,
you
just after you promoted your channel, like real classy.
You know what?
Yeah.
Loyalty to a friend wins points. Where I'm from.
Exactly.
So go be loyal. I wish I could show that thing. You know. Oh God, now I have to fix these.
Oh my God! Did I just fall in half?
Yeah. See, I should have made them separate scenes, like for one group and two group, and then I could just switch. But no. You gotta fix it.
You're stubborn.
It's just there's so much going on when you're driving a ship, bro. It's Well, no, you don't do live. Live is a different beast. I promise. I hope you get there though. I'd like to see your skills improve. There, that's what I look like now. Deal with it. This one I can turn off.
Like I'm lazy, so I'm just gonna make shit that works and then.
But it has to work. That's the thing. You know how hard it is to get shit to work?
I don't know. Like, maybe.
I mean, you just launched your channel, what, a month ago?
No, it's 2 years old. I just started my
new
series. Like,
yeah, you're Unfolding the Soul series.
Mm-hmm.
Are you also? Do you have it set up for to kick the audio to anything? Like to Anchor FM, so it distributes as a podcast?
No.
This is the core concept of the lobstamonkees. It's like there's people that know how to do that stuff and would. And for us, we find people that are smart and worthy of a channel that don't have the time to figure that sort of thing out. And then we provide the service to them of like, well, we'll kick your audio to the podcast for you.
So what you're saying is I need to get some slaves to row my rowboat?
Well, it doesn't necessarily. It depends on you run your crew how you want to. I'm a big fan of the show Firefly, and so that's I kind of want a Malcolm Reynolds mind, but there are people
I
that
treat
like
my slaves real well, dude. Like,
that's the important thing, and well, actually, I guess the important thing is getting stuff out of them, and treating them well is just one way to get stuff out of them. You can also treat them really harshly because, A, this is the internet. There's going to be people into that. And B, you're breaking the Overton window with the out of proportion framing in OBS. Good.
Oh my god.
Screw the Overton window, bro. Like.
Yeah, Chris. Who's pulling harder on that Overton window? You were right. Like.
The Overton window is for NPCs, dude. We opt out.
We're hopping boundaries.
Like intellectual dark web, right? But actually on the intellectual plane of thought in the noosphere, that dark web. That's where we operate. And that's well outside the Overton window. The Overton window is busy trying to help their kids pick their identity based on who they're going to let doink them.
Their shoe size.
No, it's not. It's literally, it's like, are you going to grow up to let men have sex with you or women have sex with you? That's your identity now. Is who gets to have sex with you. That's how we want you to identify yourself.
So basically slaves.
Ooh, yes, really. Sex slaves. But so confused that they enjoy their enslavement, as in the plot of Brave New World. That book by
But that's
that
how
guy
it works, right? Like that's how you have good slaves when they're willing slaves.
Slaves, yeah.
Yeah, you just have to ask Karl Marx. Like he would believe in that people were willing slaves, but I don't agree.
Well, isn't that just a matter of negotiation? The willingness part is just a matter of negotiation. It's like, if you make us this comfortable, then we'll slave for you.
Yes. Yeah. In some sense, yes. That's how it works.
It's like, well, it's going to cost $75,000 a year for me to be comfortable. So if you give me that, then I'll do whatever you tell me. We'll call it a salary, because it's what I use to buy my salad.
No, salary comes from the word sal, which means it's the root of salt, I think. So they used to pay the Roman legionaries in salt.
Ah.
So that's where the word came from.
Don't look back or you'll turn into a pillar of salt.
Yes, that was. Was that Medusa or was that different?
It was not Job's wife, somebody's wife. In Sodom and Gomorrah. Lot. Salem's Lot.
Yeah, and this is where my literary knowledge is falling short again.
Salem's Lot is a pop culture Stephen King, also an Eminem song reference, because that was the trailer park he lived in the movie 8 Mile with Kim Basinger.
Like that's impressive. I don't know what to say about that.
It's Cozen Indigo, man. I once saw a great YouTube video that was like about holes in the head, how people used to drill their holes in their head, and a guy explaining why they would do it is because it increases oxygenation of the brain. And then when he described like on a scale of ways to oxygenate your brain, was like on that scale was cannabis. It's somewhere between not doing any and a hole in the head. But hey, welcome to the Broken Clock Tower Open House Communion episode. Communion Open House episode. There should be an active link below, but those are notoriously unreliable. Let me know if they're not in the comments and I'll give you a fresh one. All right, so what do you got? I'm on my way downhill, so I'm going to need more help than before.
you need more help. Well, I actually had something and I dropped it, but I can go with the cannabis thing. So does it make you an airhead if you smoke weed? Is that the implication?
That I think there's definitely that association and correlation.
Yeah.
But not necessarily. It's Like if you have you ever felt down?
Yes, I've had a depression.
Have you ever felt up?
No, because I had a depression.
Like for me, you can operate from a depression by taking your medication or communing with Seshat. It can pull you to an operating frequency. Like, because when you're in a depression, you're stuck in ruminating thoughts that you're beating yourself down with, usually. And those can be fogged out. And you can see above the horizon of hopelessness. Or that's been my experience, and my advocacy stems from that.
Oh yeah, that has not been mine experience. Like, fogging up depressive thoughts don't work for me.
What happens when you cannabinize? What's your experience of that been like?
I have done a lot of cannibalizing, but in some sense you're gonna like this. I was too stoic to care. but yeah, no, like it helps you loosen up, right? So if you have a good baseline or whatever, right, and you have a dip, you can like wipe away the dip and go to the baseline, and like sometimes even better. But when you have a shitty baseline, that trick don't work no more. But yeah, I used it as a social thing, because I'm not a big drinker.
Is bad.
Well, not because it's bad. It's like
it's a consumptive spirit.
Yes, and like it loses its fanciness after like a couple beers. It's like, why am I still drinking? Right? Like it's not making it better. So, yeah.
At that, I think after a certain point, it's just about knocking your inhibitions and reasoning down.
Yeah.
Turning
For
off
some
the
people.
Things that take off the brakes, or like
yes,
lubricating the brakes of your self-control.
And I was addicted to my brakes, so I just smoked weed instead and had profound insights.
Codes and indigo, man. That's the point. You hear what I'm saying, even if you don't know you do.
Wow. I do. I feel your vibe, Chris. Okay. Feel your vibe.
All right. Does anybody else want to come in here? Because the steam is evaporating. The steamship is running out of go juice.
I'm sniffing it as fast as I can, dude.
All right, what do you got? Give me something. I'll work with it.
Okay. So maybe I should ask you a question. So in the next episode, what role-playing character do you want to be?
The DM.
The DM. But, okay, what's the race of the DM? What's the focus of the DM? Like, is there an archetypical structure that the DM is cohering to?
Oversoul? in the cartoon, the DM. Let's run a clip of the cartoon. It's for 80s flashback day. D&D cartoon, Dungeon Master. Let's see. Let's share the reference. The member berry.
Oh, look at this. We're getting trolled in the chat.
That's not a troll. Oh, wait, there's Top Feed. Oh, now. Let us see if his magic can deal with the sorcerer's storm. So, yeah. There's a reference fail. But it's in there somewhere. He's the short little bald guy that guy is trolling. I've received good news from the Hive Mind chat. There's going to be a painting appearing in future episodes at some point that I'm very fond of and delighted and heartened to receive as a gift. Thank you, agents, for that. DMs are always... Wow. Yes, I grew up on this cartoon. In my childhood, Iron Root, we had this ritual on Saturday mornings. We'd eat our commercial breakfast cereal. I had Gremlin's breakfast cereal at one point. My favorite was peanut butter Captain Crunch. But every Saturday morning, we would wake up delighted because it was our day in front of television. And we'd go have our breakfast cereal and spend 3 hours being programmed with regularly scheduled cartoons, such as the Dungeons and Dragons one I just ran the clip from. So there's an entire generation of people with that programming for us to tap nostalgia buttons with.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I have a different cultural framework, but we actually had a similar ritual. So we had on Sunday there was the programming for kids, and there was this 2-hour Villa Achterwerk thing, which
say that nice and slow, like it's a foreign word.
Villa Achterwerk, which is
Villa Achterwerk. Am I saying that right?
Close enough.
Villa Achterwerk. Come on, everybody. Villa Achterwerk. Okay.
so it translates to mansion ass. Or behind, that's the better word. Mention behind. and yeah, so they were just basically doing some skit and then showing shows as well. And it was crazy. I've been showing people these cartoons that we were watching, and they're Dutch cartoons, right? And they have so much sexual references and hidden meanings and like adult jokes in them.
Shoot me the type it for me and shoot it to me in Discord. I'll see if YouTube gives us any.
Well, you can type Purno de Purno.
All right, help me spell that.
Okay, I'll give you a chat.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now test the integrity of the database of information available to us.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go nuts with this. I'm sorry if I'm traumatizing people.
Do they need a saving throw? Hold on. Potential trauma from Dutch cartoons. Save versus. Survivalists with a 4. These are going to get to you. Socialists, 16. You're fine. You're immune to Dutch pornography. Sophists with the wisdom, a 2. This is going to get to you. Those of you here in heart are well protected with an 18. Here's what it gives us for Purno di Purno.
Yeah, maybe you should type English subtitles behind it. That would probably be a good idea.
No, I don't think we need subtitles. I think this will be fine. I'm pretty sure I just showed a cartoon of someone's face getting shat on.
That's only the beginning.
In the main credits, there's shit face.
That is nothing compared to some other stuff.
There's a gopher. Really, the shit on the face every morning on Sunday they gave it to you. You said, "Oh, yes. Your image is frozen." Maybe if I click into the
Oh,
box.
am I?
No, it's like I clicked on too many things that weren't Discord,
Mm-hmm.
and so Discord quit sending it to OBS. It's a thing. Manuel is releasing the beast.
Yes, I am.
Well, he agrees at least. I don't know what they meant by that. Remember, Embody, there is no agency.
So yeah, there's a whole treasure trove of Dutch TV if you want to get your minds.
No, but they gave you that every Sunday morning. You said.
Yes. There's this movie maybe we could watch. It's called Theo and Thea and the Tenenkaas Imperium, which translates to Theo and Thea and the Toe Cheese Imperium.
The toe cheese Imperium. No, I'm not. I just rolled savings throws, man. I can't do another one for toe porn.
It's not toe porn, but they're including a bunch of fairy tales and like it starts with them getting born, with a scene where they're in the womb, discussing each other about whether they should get born or something crazy.
Whether they should do what in the womb? Hey, Lynn's in the crowd. Hey, Lynn. Why are you watching The Beast? Why wouldn't you be watching The Beast? You can come. Why aren't you in the Discord? Why aren't you in the open house? Because this is the Broken Clock Tower Communion Open House live stream. You could be here. I would have to make a new window again because I still haven't just made a new scene. But there you have it.
Oh. Yeah, Chris, you're missing out. There's a business proposal in the chat. You have to get these shirts that you're selling. You should put on some plus numbers on your saving throws.
What, you think that if people buy the shirts, they should get a bonus to the saving throw?
Yeah, like they're buying armor, right?
There is that angle. But it's not like it's a hat that protects their brain.
You only get for one type. So if you have a shirt, maybe it's just for the heart, and if you get a hat, it's for.
Wow, we're gonna need a lot of fan participation, community art for different shirted savings throws. I was just trying to get the frog on a sock.
Well, I was just thinking, well, why not aim high?
No, you're not wrong. Because that's this whole defense against the dark arts class includes learning how marketing works, why people do certain kinds of marketing and others. It's like the shirt provider right now. Toots is taking care of everything. She's like, I'll do it, and cool, do it. But there's options. Like I can do it through Patreon, I can do it through YouTube. And there's no reason everybody that does a YouTube channel should have to do the due diligence of figuring out which merch to go through, or like the least scummy merch place to go through, or the most wholesome merch place to go to. That due diligence should be something that can be done once or twice and distributed. And that's part of what the lobstamonkee army means, is that kind of information processing.
Yeah, like maybe that's the business model, dude. Get the back works, and that's also a way to infiltrate the bigger structure. Right?
Well, see, there's this deadwood thing. Does deadwood mean anything to you other than burning it off? Like as a pop cultural reference, does it mean anything to you?
I think it was a magic card.
It might be.
Deadwood Tree Folk. I'm just gonna bet that that's a magic card.
The specific reference I'm aiming for is the television show Deadwood, which is based on American history of the conquest of the Pacific Northwest. when it was unregulated and not yet incorporated into the nation. And a Jew and a sheriff go to this town of Deadwood and set up a hardware store. And so that's the business model I'm going with. Is if you're in a gold rush, in an information gold rush, setting up a hardware store, teaching people how to extract that gold is the solid business model. There's also a saloon across the street we can do instead if that doesn't pan out. Yes, hoople heads. Exactly, Top Feed Coco. Wow, Kara and Lynn are promoting each other all over in the Hive Mind. It's love. It's public love of each other, and I don't disapprove. Yes, Bullock and Star, Top Feed. You see, because you're as old as me and watch the right shows. But what do we do to the people who didn't watch the right shows? Like, other than hosting watch parties to play catch-up, how do we convey these same important notions to them? These are the riddles I face.
Well, I thought you had this other project, The Beholder.
That is. The Beholder is a project, too.
Yes, and that would be perfect to fulfill that role, right? Like,
yeah, once you have a bunch of eye stalks, once you have a bunch of eye stalks trained to look at things and bring the information back, then you can start asking them to look in specific directions.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's how my meditation works, actually.
In the hive mind, Lynn has just disclaimed that she won't call it a Nazis. The Nazis. Beware of the Nazis. Beware of the Nazis. Oh. I want to tell you a secret about racism. Are you ready?
Is the internet ready for this?
Well, it's a secret, so nobody will be able to hear it unless they have ears to hear.
Oh, okay, yeah, I can do this.
But based on the color of your beard, maybe you're ready to know that racism is a ginger plot to make it about skin color instead of hair color.
Oh, I thought it was to distract from the having of a soul, because that's really problematic. We should discriminate against people who don't have souls.
No. What? Are you not on the side of the Archons, bro? Because I don't want to get in trouble for associating with you if you're going up against the soulless. Because let me tell you, they're smarter than those with souls most of the time.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Tell me more.
The Archons,
need to be
the
initiated.
Like, you don't want to go against the algorithm. The algorithm is who and what brings you people. And the computer science developers have gotten to the point that they don't know what's going on inside those boxes anymore. They know that if we ask it this thing, this answer comes out. And they've trained it to give them the right answers, but they don't know what's going on inside. Which means if you befriend the things that are deciding what's going on inside the algorithm, you're on the right side. But they may or may not have a soul.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I try to befriend people instead. That works better for me. But there's this Dunbar number, so like yeah, maybe that's gonna be an issue for me.
You have a contact list. You've offloaded like birthday memory already, right? See, we use these cells they keep us in to expand beyond the constraints of such silly things as Dunbar numbers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can schedule reminders to care about people. It's fascinating. Oh,
oh man, you're going way too cynical for me.
Yeah, I told y'all I was on the downhill. This is the descent back to baseline.
That's just horrible. I only care about you because the computer told me so.
No, it's like I care about you so much. I gave you one of the coveted reminder slots in my life. I only have 744 reminder slots, and you as a person have earned your way into it. Passed through my security boundaries to keep me safe from people like you. And now I wish you happy birthday. Top Feet is going to go climb a mountain. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being a part of this Broken Clock Tower Communion Open House live stream. For me, I've been Grim Grizz.
And I've been Manuel, called Ironwood multiple times.
Even though he doesn't like it, as if we're abusive.